What is up, Gunpla modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of Gundam Customs. And today, I am going to build this kit. The 144 scale high grade RX 104FF Penelope Minovsky Flight System Mobile Suit from the Mobile Suit Gundam's Hathaway Flash manga series. This is a very, very, very big model kit at this scale. This is the biggest high grade kit I think I have ever purchased, ever. I thought building the what do you call it? The silver bullet suppressor was a big kit, nearly close to the size of the Sazabi, but that was actually a real grade. But this pretty much takes the cake. I mean, it is not as huge as, of course, the 144 scale Psycho Gundam, but regardless of the case, it's still huge, and it's the biggest kit that has come out from a high grade line in a very, very, very long time. Yeah, then you could pretty much say the narrative version, Gundam Narrative APAC, is what the APAC? Yeah, that was a pretty big kit because it's a mobile armor. But this is basically a suit itself upon itself, and it's a huge, huge kit. And I've picked this up at, of course, Anime NYC, and for you guys who probably don't know, Gundam Planet will have this at their store as well. And if you guys want, I'll post a link down here below. That way you can order online and get 10% off, courtesy of Gundam Planet. But let's talk about this monstrosity, you could say. I hate to admit this, but I've never followed all the things that happened in Japan, you know, in mangas. I've heard about Hathaway's Flash like really about 10 years ago, maybe over 20, when I think I saw the Penelope come out as a 1/100 scale version, but from a company, like a third-party company. I know Prime 92 has it, and I guess mentally it never registered to me, like, okay, this is actually from a series that I never heard of before, until I began doing some research. And when I started to read about Hathaway's Flash, you know, in small details, okay, that was kind of cool to hear about this, that the character that I remembered from Char's counterattack is still going on, you know, still, you know, he's not like some kid who just got decided, I'm not going to do anything. He actually did something. I don't want to spoil it for those who have not read the book or read the small detail of it. But just so you know, I haven't read the whole thing either, because there is no English translation of the manga anywhere. I tried to look for it recently. I found the prologue, which was basically detailing the Penelope, and of course detailing the other mobile suit, the Kasi, which we never got a kit other than a SD version of the Kasi, and I'm assuming we're going to end up getting an SD version of this guy. So that's going to happen. I know we're going to get we're getting a Gundam Converge kit, so that's a definite right there. But I was trying to see if I can, you know, expand my knowledge and do a little research on Hathaway's Flash, but no, there's nothing out there. Not even Wikipedia has it, or Gundampedia. So the reason why we're getting this mobile suit now is because next year we're going to get a movie, Hathaway's Flash movie, kind of like what they did with the movies with Unicorn, and there are going to be 3 parts of it. So that's pretty neat that they're going to cover all that, because I read that there's a lot of chapters in the Hathaway's Flash series, and I would not mind, you know, seeing it and maybe reading it if a publishing company decides to translate the original manga and bring it here to the States. So that's pretty nice that we're now getting a mobile suit from a series that I technically never heard of before. But we're not going to talk about the story of Hathaway's Flash. We're going to talk about this big boy. Now, many people are complaining, oh, we should have gotten the master grade of this. Let me tell you something. This kit is a big kit. It's also expensive. So if you go on Hobby Link Japan's website, you can pretty much pick it up for $55, maybe $56. It's over $70 or $80 here in the States when people, whether you go to Gundam Planet or you go to Image Anime or any other stores. Plus the fact that this thing is massive and heavy, very heavy because of how many parts it has. And I've seen this kit firsthand at the Anime NYC show, and of course Comic-Con. It was at Comic-Con as well, seeing how big it was and bulkiness and all that. I know some people have reviewed it. I know Zachary Reyes has done a review of this, and I'm going to do a review myself, but this is more of a painting review because I am going to paint this big kit. Yes, I'm going to paint this kit. So that is my take on this mobile suit. I don't know where to begin or where it starts. All the unique features are right here on this side of the box. Clearly, I don't know what's better, the Penelope version with its massive armored drape thing over it, or without it, which is called the Odessa Gundam or Odyssey Gundam. I think is it Odessa or Odyssey? It's covering up some of the letters here. This pack that goes right on is like more of a flight pack system on its own. So you're technically building two kits here. You're building the the actual armored system that goes on top of the mobile suit, and of course the mobile suit itself. And I see, even though there are very few colors, there's a lot of room for detailing, a lot of panel lining features here and there. We'll talk about the painting soon enough. So here it is, of course, what it looks like. Nice artwork there. And of course, in 2020, we're going to get Hathaway's Flash coming soon. So we can't wait for that. Yeah. And of course, once this, in a few months, we'll probably hear the announcement of the Cassie High Grade. I don't think we'll ever get a master grade version of this because I think we're not going to see that demand. Let's open up this kit and see how it looks. Well, first up, some charcoal parts here. Clearly some detailed parts of the inner frame, joints and things like that. I don't know if, because how big this kit is, you'll probably be building an inner frame feature. So these are the charcoal parts. And we have the white set parts here. I see those are feet, shield, some parts that look like binders or arms. So you get two plates of these. We have the red parts here. Now we have our first set of foil stickers here. Obviously the most important is the eyes. Red eyes. Ooh, that's actually interesting. Red eyes. Some blue parts here. And then red parts here. So we have this massive plate here of the actual armored part itself. That's actually really good detail there. There's a lot of surface detail here, surface areas where I see that if somebody's going to get this and go professional with it, there's definitely a lot of area for scribing. if you guys have an idea for scribing. I wish I had my tools here. I would have definitely done that. And I'm glad to see that this has an inner frame section, so you don't have to worry about it being one-sided color. So you have the inner frame or inner section of the armored plate. And here's a stand here. And I see that those has to be the gimmick of the missile, of the funnel missiles, I think it is, because this mobile suit has funnels, as I read about it. But I don't see the actual funnel itself where you can actually display it. Oh, now that's a lot of detail right there. Take a look at that. Look at the scribing. I could see a lot of scribing ideas here. That's pretty cool. I believe that's the front skirt. Here's the beam rifle. Imagine the molds that they use for this. Alright, so leg parts, that could be arm parts. Waist part, that could be the head right there. Oh, I see the part that's on the armor part that looks like an ostrich or a swan. Of course, the beam beam effect part was there in that bag. All right, so here's a lot of yellow. A lot of yellow parts. Of course, the chest part there, the V-fin, some detailed parts of vents. So this is actually really nice. I have to say, this would have been nice if this was clear. Because how big this kit is, you could pretty much put some LED lights on it, and then maybe the lighting will show through that. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a clear version of this, you know. More charcoal parts there. There are the hands. So we have open hands, we have grip hand, and we have the closed fist hands. Okay. We have the stand, and this is the standard stand that you normally see on certain kits. So that there is a support stand, support part here that will go there. So you have this one, but you have the one that's in the frame. So you'll be using that. More detailed parts there. And then, since we've been looking at charcoal with yellow and white and red, now we have the blue parts. Then round out the detail of this. The nice solid blue. I like it. 2 clear parts there. More white parts here. There you go. Oh my God. The manual is technically a book. Let's get this table ready to read the book. Okay. So we have this piece of paper, some assembly instructions in English, of course. But this has the same thickness as one of those catalogs that you usually get at a con. Description of this mobile suit here. And here are all the parts. By the way, I am noticing no polycaps here anywhere. So that's interesting to see. And out of all these parts, only this one is being omitted. And then of course here's the sheet if you lose a part. But surprisingly I found out that Bluefin will do part replacements. So here is the Penelope, the display base, and its weaponry, shield of course, its flight form, and the Odyssey. Is it Odysseus? I think it's Odysseus Gundam, and fixed flight unit. We have the assembly of, I think we're going to be building the mobile suit from here. So we have the torso and the body right there. The assembly of the head. And we have the arm assembly right there, followed by the shieldy thingy on both parts. So this shield arm thing is all together. Okay. That goes all the way to here. Then we have the legs. So we have the upper thigh parts, the feet, and then the middle part as well. I am noticing something different here. So okay, so that's what we've done with the legs. Then we have the assembly of the waist unit. Putting the waist unit together with the legs itself. And then you have these massive binder type things and new type of legs that goes on it. And you have this this little thing that comes down to, I guess, support it again. And then we have, again, more of the binder winglet thing that goes on the bottom of the leg. And you connect it through the back and the sides. So it's like a binder skirt type thing for the leg section. Then we have the upper part of this, which is like the front skirt, front chest armor. And how to fold the V-fin so you could squeeze this part in under it, on top of it. And then you have this weird this section here, the wings and the vents, and this section here that looks like I said, a bird's head, a swan's head, you could say. And now we're at the colored portion of this, where you could see what the kit looks like in color, a description of the Penelope and all of its features, or here, and the timeline where the Penelope falls under. So clearly we have Char's Counterattack, Unicorn, Narrative, Penelope, and then F91. And I would not mind seeing an F91 series kicking off after Penelope, Hathaway Flash, because the movie was technically a truncated series, and I heard there was a lot of things that was missing. So I would love to see an F91 series. So this section here, you connect it to the back, and then over the head, and then we have the side binder type armor that goes over the shoulder. So this is its massive shoulders right there, and how to position it. And then we have the shield, first the beam rifle assembly, and then we have the shield assembly right there. How to position the weapon and how to fire it. There's some added features there that you can make the kit look. Making the stand, because obviously this thing is a stand, and then how to make the flight unit fly. How to position it. And then how to put it on, how to take it off, and how to do other things. Oh, if you want this mobile suit to look like a normal mobile suit. Oh, interesting. So you have two of these. So you have to remove this and then put this normally on, so it could be in regular normal suit, mobile suit mode. And then the flight system, how to turn it into this bird mode type thing, this fixed flight system. And here it is. Here is the mobile suit, how it looks, fully painted and detailed. No decals. Surprisingly, no decals. So we're going to see a lot of interesting ideas of how people will put decals on this and where it would go and what features it would. We have not seen. We're going to see it on the anime. Maybe they'll see some markings on it and give us some ideas. And then the color guide, which we will talk about in the next video. So let's get ready to talk about painting.